Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Anne Nwawedu. Coming up on the program today. Cross River State Government commences repair work on major road networks across the state. River State announces a 500 million naira business development plan for women. And teachers in Kaduna State suspend their 10-day strike. Once again, welcome to the program. We begin from the South region, where the Cross River State Government has commenced repair works on major road networks and other internal roads in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. The State Commissioner for Works, who says the infrastructural development program will ease the movement of vehicles within and outside the state capital, says the residents of Calabar Metropolis told Channels Television that the gesture is coming at the right time.
To many people, Calabar, the Cross River State capital, is an acronym that means come, live, and be at rest. And to that effect, the state government, through the Ministry of Works, has embarked on road repairs. One of them is the IBB Way located in the heart of Calabar.
We approach the road projects which is in the urban Calabar municipality, Calabar South. That is the Calabar Metropolis. We approach those projects perennially, annually. As it is, the state government have signed a 100 million naira project. The State Executive Council has approved that for road maintenance per senatorial district. That is our approach. And that amount is for the Cross River Road Maintenance Agency that maintains these projects per senatorial district.
Residents believe this will increase patronage to their businesses and also enhance smooth drive-through.
This is a lovely idea. It's a wonderful thing. You know, this road has been here for ages. It is only when the governor came that certain development, patching of all these roads and leveling of floors has been taking place. It's a lovely idea, and we really want to thank His Excellency for this renovation.
The workers on the site are happy as well.
With this kind of project, it will bring enough more development to the country.
A clean environment is needed to complement good roads, hence the establishment of the Green Sheriff, a task force set up to monitor and ensure sanitation in the state.
Once the bin is there, not being evacuated, we make report, and sometimes most of them go to court because it means it is a breach of contract, because their contract with the state government is to ensure that they evacuate waste. So when we come and probably it is not done, we make report against them. Apart from the fact that they are subcharged, we also take people who violate this contract.
The coming weeks and months is set to reposition the state capital into a newer and better industrialized Calabar, where non-stop business meets with a new form of aesthetics.
Nigeria lacks clear ideologies and operates a dysfunctional electoral system. That's coming from the senator representing Kaduna Central at the National Assembly, Senator Shehu Sani. He was speaking at a lecture in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, where he also challenged the media to awaken the conscience of the ruling elites to instill national integration, peace and unity.
All is not well with this country. Things are bad, but unfortunately, the voices that are supposed to speak up, to break the conscience of the men in power, are also making political calculations. Nigerians, the common people, if you are expecting the political class at this time to take the issue of your life seriously, then you are in for a fool's ride. The attention of the people in the position of power today is how they can win the 2019 general election, and not how they can end the senseless killings and bloodshed.
Journalists or media people have far more power than individuals. far more power to influence events than any other profession. Therefore, as journalists, we must imbibe objectivity in reporting political issues to ensure our continued national integration.
Just a few days ago, word spread that a new case of Lassa fever had been reported in Ebonyi State, southeast Nigeria, and this led to an order by the state governor for all public schools to be shut to stop the spread. But on Thursday, that's yesterday, the State Commissioner for Health confirmed the death of 4 people, while 139 others have been placed under surveillance. Let's get more on this. To tell us more on it is a public health practitioner with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Adedoyin Ogunyemi. Thank you very much for joining us on News Across Nigeria.
You're welcome.
We have had 139 cases already in Ebonyi State. Some have died, some have been put under surveillance. Is this enough measure to ensure the spread of Lassa fever stops?
Well, putting people under surveillance means that you want to make sure that before they come down with the disease enough to infect others, you nip it in the bud. Because once you start treatment within the incubation period, you are sure that you have stopped it. So, yes, it's certainly in the right path.
Okay, so what can people actually do to protect themselves from Lassa fever, especially in rural areas where it seems it's very difficult to do that?
So essentially, it's still back to environmental sanitation, and it's endemic with us. We know that year in, year out, it's Lassa fever. So if we must stop it, we must look at our surroundings. So back to our dump sites, making sure it's clean, and then protecting our food items. So if people are able to put their food items that you consume directly in rodent-proof containers, like plastic containers, then you're certainly sure that you can curb it to some extent. Something else is when people have a fever, they should report it. Sometimes it could be mistaken to be malaria because of the symptoms which are non-specific. So when they think it's malaria and they stay too late at home trying to treat it, by the time they get to the hospital, and that's why, you know, health workers sometimes are infected.
But is it only the malaria, the fever that's the main symptom? What else can they look out for?
Initially, you have fever, headache, feeling of not being well, but by the time the person is developing things like soreness of the gum, breathing difficulty, or there is bleeding from different parts of the body, like in the feces, in the vomiters, or from the nose, then you're more suspicious. However, at that point, you're probably already quite symptomatic and the disease has taken over. So it would be nice to quickly exclude malaria with a test, and when it's not, then to make sure that you have a high index of suspicion that could it be this. And when you have that suspicion, everybody around the person is careful in managing the person's body fluids, which is what can make the disease spread.
So for those who have been confirmed, like confirmed cases of Lassa fever, when they're put on the surveillance, what exactly goes on at that period?
So during the 21-day period, which is when we expect the maximum, is 6 to 21 days, you're checking twice daily for a change in temperature. So if the fever rises, then the person becomes a probable case. And so you want to put the person aside and still check further for other symptoms. So that's essentially why you must put under surveillance, and then actively checking others, the contacts that may have reached out to them one way or the other.
Okay, but we've had cases of medical practitioners actually getting infected while treating patients with Lassa fever. Could it be a case of them not being well informed about how to manage and handle the patients well? Why are medical practitioners dying from the people because people are affecting them already?
Again, it's a sad one, but it's also because infection prevention control standards are not optimum in all facilities. What that means is that in every facility, no matter who you're seeing, no matter what the complaint is, there should be things that will generally protect you, your personal protective equipment, the hand gloves, hand sanitizers, running water, all of these things should be in place. But when there is less availability of these things, especially in some public facilities, then even the health worker is at risk.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adedoyin Ogunyemi. She's a health practitioner, public health practitioner with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital. Thank you for your time on News Across Nigeria. And in just a moment, when we return, we move to Rivers State, where the governor is already making plans for women on developing their skills. Please stay with us.